everything in life is a matter of the will to power. Friedrich Nietzsche's words aren't just a philosophical statement, they're a gut punch to our illusions. He was the philosopher who unmasked the true nature of success, revealing that behind every act of creation, every ambition, and every human interaction, there's a primal struggle for dominance. To confront Nietzsche's will to power is to face the unsettling truth of a world that rewards the ruthless, and to ask ourselves a question that few dare to voice. Is morality a weakness in the game of power? But this isn't about becoming heartless. This is about understanding how power truly works, so you can stop being a victim of it and start being a master of your own destiny. Get ready to dive into an idea that challenges everything you thought you knew about good and evil, and discover how to wield power without becoming a slave to it. We're taught that morality is a universal ideal, a beacon of what's right and just, but Nietzsche saw it differently. To him, morality isn't a gift from God, it's a creation of man, a tool of power. He believed that behind all of our actions lies the will to power, the fundamental drive to grow, expand, and dominate. Morality, then, is simply an expression of this struggle. He categorized it into two types: master morality and slave morality. The master morality belongs to the strong, the creators, the ones who make their own rules. They value pride, strength, and integrity. They see themselves as the creators of value, and they define good as what affirms their power and bad as what weakens them. The slave morality, on the other hand, is the morality of the weak. Born out of resentment, it glorifies submission and conformity as virtues. It praises kindness and humility, not because they are inherently good, but because they are the means of survival for those who cannot assert their will. Think of a group of employees vying for a single promotion. While one person works tirelessly to create something of value, another uses office politics and gossip to get ahead. Or consider the pressure to conform to group norms, where individuality is sacrificed for the illusion of belonging. Nietzsche would argue that these traditional values hold us captive, while the ruthless and cunning move forward. In his book, Twilight of the Idols, Nietzsche proposed philosophizing with a hammer, that is, shattering the illusions of justice and fairness. He saw traditional morality as a facade that prevents us from realizing our true potential. He wasn't suggesting that we should become cruel, rather, that we should question the values that hold us back and create our own. Nietzsche's most famous statement, "God is dead," is often misunderstood. It's not just a rejection of religion, it's a profound declaration about the collapse of our belief in a system of universal, divine justice. It means that there is no benevolent force that will ensure the good are rewarded and the evil are punished. Success is not guaranteed by your goodness. Nietzsche was criticizing a type of morality that promises future rewards for our struggles, a morality that holds us in a state of passive waiting. It is a morality that tells us to be patient, to be kind, and to wait for a just world that never arrives. This creates an invisible set of chains that prevents us from taking control of our own lives. The belief that kindness alone will lead to success is a dangerous fallacy. It leaves you vulnerable to those who do not share your illusions. They will take advantage of your passivity, and you'll be left wondering why the world isn't fair. This isn't a justification for cruelty. It's a wake-up call. Nietzsche challenged us to question everything that makes us wait for a success that must be earned. He asked us to look at the world as it truly is, a place where the powerful will always find a way to take what they want. This is where things get difficult. When the illusion of a just world crumbles, the void that arises is called nihilism. It's the feeling that nothing matters, that there's no inherent meaning or purpose. In his book, Beyond Good and Evil, Nietzsche wrote, "Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will also gaze back into you." This isn't just a clever phrase, it's a warning. The abyss is a reflection of the ruthless game of power, and when you gaze into it, you see your own fears and weaknesses reflected back at you. There are 3 dangers of looking into the abyss: becoming the monster you fight, the temptation to adopt cruelty to achieve success can turn you into the very thing you despise. You might find yourself justifying every act, telling yourself that this is just the way the world is. The psychological impact, the realization that effort doesn't guarantee success, can lead to a sense of powerlessness. You might fall into a state of inaction and despair, feeling that it's all just a game and there's no point in playing, getting lost in chaos. Without the moral compass you once had, it's easy to abandon all principles. You may lose your sense of purpose and direction, becoming a slave to your impulses. There's a crucial difference between being forced to face this ruthless reality through loss and crisis, and facing it willingly to prepare yourself for the game of power. The first is a reaction. The second is a choice. The abyss doesn't have to destroy you. It can be a catalyst for creation. By choosing to face the ruthless reality of the world, you can transform the experience from a crisis into an opportunity. This isn't about becoming a nihilist. It's about using the awareness of nihilism to build an authentic success. A success not based on the approval of others, but on the true essence of who you are. This is the path of the Übermensch, or the overman, Nietzsche's vision of the person who transcends mediocrity and societal conventions. The Übermensch doesn't just passively accept the world. They create their own reality. They master power through self-mastery, not through cruelty. The freedom of the Übermensch is not a gift. It is a conquest. It demands responsibility, courage, and a delicate balance of integrity and strategic thinking. It's about being true to yourself while understanding the rules of the game. Nietzsche's challenge is for us to question what we've been told, to face the ruthless reality of the world as it is, and to have the courage to create our own path. Power is not a tool of evil. When understood and mastered, it becomes a tool for growth and creation. The true measure of our strength, according to Nietzsche, lies in our willingness to accept the struggle as an ally for transformation. Your journey is about this dance, the dance between strategy and integrity, between understanding the ruthless truth and choosing to be a creator of value. But there's one final, crucial warning from Nietzsche that you must always remember. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will also gaze back into you.